Growing natural hair is super simple. You are just missing this one thing, and that is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video. Wonderful morning, my beautiful people. If it miss you in the morning, afternoon or noon, I hope you are doing all right. So guys, in today's video I am going to be taking down this kinky on my daughter's hair, and I'll also be sharing with you the best way to do it to prevent your hair from breaking. So walk with me while I share with you step by step what I do when taking down my daughter's protective hair. All right, so the first thing that I do is to saturate her hair with a liquid, a form of liquid like moisture, right? If you have like a liquid leave-in conditioner, right, the one that you can spray, then spray that on the hair first, especially on the kinky. Then you use it to dampen the hair, not soaking wet. Please don't let it be wet. If it's wet, it's not good. Let it just be damp enough. All right, and be generous with it, because you know you are passing layers, right? You are passing the extension to get to your own natural hair, right? So once I do that, the next thing that I do is to massage it in, massage and squeeze, so that the liquid will penetrate the shaft, will penetrate her hair, or will pass through the extension and get to her and get through to her natural hair. All right, so guys, if you don't have like the leave-in spray, right, another thing that you can do is to make your own leave-in spray by mixing water, leave-in conditioner and oil in a bottle. Okay, you know, like get a bottle and then put your water in, put the leave-in conditioner and the oil. Make sure that the water is higher than the leave-in conditioner, a little bit higher than the oil that you're going to be putting. So the second step that I do is that I work in sections. All right, so then I'll bring out the section that I'm going to work in. This helps me to not be overwhelmed and also helps me to concentrate on a particular part. Remember that I've already gone ahead to, you know, spray dampen her hair with water, right? So the next thing I'm doing now is to apply my leave-in conditioner. Here the leave-in conditioner that I'm using is actually a mega growth leave-in conditioner, and it is very light. The consistency is very light, right? So that is what I'm using. Because I've already gone ahead to dampen her hair, there was no need to, you know, spray the liquid again. So I just went in with the mega growth leave-in conditioner and rub on the sections I've already brought out, and then make sure to squeeze it in, and then I will now begin taking down the extension. So the third step now is the takedown process. Now guys, please watch and observe closely how I am gentle when I am taking down this hair, and this part is very necessary. No wonder why some people, even after, you know, putting their hair in a protective style over and over, they still notice that their hair is not growing. It is because you are not gentle when you are taking down your hair. It's important that you are gentle. The fourth or the next step is to apply a cream or a leave-in conditioner on the roots of the hair. Now that you've gently removed the extension, it is important that you apply a cream or a leave-in conditioner on the roots of the hair, you know, where the build-ups gather, right? This will help to melt it so that it will be easy for you to run your fingers through and finger detangle it. Very important. And once you are done with all of that, follow up with finger detangling. Before you even pick a comb or a brush, please make sure that you are gently detangling the hair with your finger. This will help you to separate and remove shedded hair as much as possible. Sometimes shedded hair will like tangle with your hair, and if you're not careful, you will just cut your hair. All right, so yeah, that is why it is important. Okay, now a very important tip is when you are making your protective style, especially if it is twist, whether with extension or without extension, is that you make sure that you are dividing the hair in equal halves. Okay, divide the hair into equal halves before twisting. If you do it this way, the takedown process becomes a breeze. All right, it becomes so easy to take down. All you just have to do is to be twirling the twist in the opposite direction, and that way you will be able to easily lose the twist without any hassle at all. Trust me, just avoid borrowing hair hair during the twisting process. All right, that is why if you ask me, if you're going to leave your hair for so long, I would suggest that you do braiding instead of twisting, because twist can actually mat, it can tangle together once you leave it for a very long time, but braiding will stay for a long, like you can braid your hair and it will last for at least 2 to 3 months without you needing to rebraid it. But if you leave twist on a fine hair that long, it is going to tangle and mat up together. So sometimes when you're taking down the hair, you notice that even after being gentle, you might run into something like this, where the hair sort of tangled together with our extension. This is not uncommon, especially because our hair is kinky in texture and what we are using is also kinky, right? So what you can do is, please don't feel frustrated, just pick a rat tail comb. I think is what they call it, rat tail comb. You know that comb, you sit in a moment and just gently observe where the knot is coming from and pick on that particular knot, and you should be able to separate it with ease. You would say when you look at it very well, so you notice that I was opening it to see what is causing the tangle, right? Once you discover where the tangle is coming from, gently use that rat tail comb and pick on that particular side, on that particular knot, and you will be able to loosen it in no time without even breaking your hair. Growing our natural hair is not a rocket science. Like, it's not as hard as you think it is. It is just doing the minimal things at the right time, right? Wash your hair at when you're supposed to wash your hair. In between washes, make sure that you are moisturizing your hair, very necessary. When you are putting your protective style, just be gentle on the root. When you are taking it down, also be gentle, because these things are so important if you don't want to lose excessive hair. Okay, this is actually the secret to how I was able to retain my baby's hair. Since I started taking care of my daughter's hair myself, I noticed a change, and I'm not about to do otherwise, right? As long as I have the time on my hand, right? So yeah, being gentle pays. All right, don't ever try to loosen your hair or detangle your hair when you are in a hurry, or when you are not feeling up to it, when you are feeling down or something. Please don't treat your hair or touch your hair at that point. The reason being that sometimes you might just take out your frustration on your hair. Imagine that I was angry and I got to that part where I had to literally take my time to loosen that tangle. What do you think would have happened there? I would just drag it out and say, I beg, let this one go, let me, you get. So that is why you have to be on the right mind, on the right mindset before taking care of your hair. I said that it's not a rocket science, but it's something, I mean, you have to be intentional. Yeah, that's the word. You have to be intentional to see results. Okay, all right guys, so I hope that these points are, I hope you can relate with this point. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Now, this is the amount of shedding that we got at the end of taking care of our hair, at the end of detangling the entire hair. I hope to see you in my next video. Please take care of yourself, and bye.